I'm Anita. Thanks for stopping by. Would you like some water to start?
Yes, thanks.
Great. Hey, have you ever thought about where this water comes from?
I really haven't.
That's okay. A lot of people haven't, but it's pretty important. Want to know?
Yep.
We're used to thinking about water as coming from the sky in the form of rain, or existing on the surface of the earth, like lakes, rivers, and streams. Maybe you can even point to which river your water comes from. But did you know roughly 40% of the water we use in Arizona comes from somewhere else? Hint, it doesn't come from another planet. It comes instead from another place on this planet. It comes from underground, and it's called groundwater. So what is groundwater exactly? The term groundwater describes the droplets and pockets of water wedged between soil, sand, and rocks. Imagine the ground like a sponge with water droplets held in the cracks and crevices. While soaked up in an underground sponge, these water droplets do sometimes make their way to the surface. In the Southwest, this hidden water often provides sustained flow to rivers between snowmelt in the spring and monsoons in the late summer. The water that seeps from the ground into rivers and springs is called base flow, and it helps keep them flowing and provides critical water for wildlife. So, how does groundwater contribute to Arizona's water supply? The Colorado River provides about a third of the state's water. Other rivers in the state provide another 21%. Then, groundwater supplies 40% of the water in the state. And for some communities, groundwater is the only source of water. But groundwater isn't just important for you or me. The groundwater that sustains Arizona's rivers, streams, and springs supports wildlife that couldn't survive without it. An important thing to know about groundwater is that there isn't an unlimited amount. So how does groundwater become groundwater? And how does it refill or recharge? When rain falls or snow sinks down through the soil, it recharges groundwater stores. That layer of sand, gravel, or rock where water collects is called an aquifer. Throughout the West and around the world, there are lots of different kinds of aquifers, and they all provide different quality, quantity, and availability of groundwater. In some cases, and in a large portion of Arizona, aquifers can take thousands of years to build up. Right now, the amount of water in those aquifers is declining, particularly in rural Arizona, where there is essentially no regulation of groundwater pumping, and people don't have the tools they need to sustainably manage their water. This reduction in groundwater has serious consequences for agriculture, communities, wildlife, and ecosystems. In other words, everyone, including you. So what can you do? In short, you can use less, because as Arizona grows, the pressure on our water supply increases. But there is more, and to truly solve these problems, we need collective action by people who care. To stay informed, follow waterforarizona.com and tune in to episode 3 to learn about the relationship between groundwater and surface water.